Now let's review the price condition and move on to the euro and dollar instruments. For 4 or 5 minutes, as you can see, this candlestick has come down, but hasn't been able to recover with the smoothness and softness seen at the top. As you can see on the 5-minute chart, it is still forming lower lows. Here, as you can see on the MACD chart, a sell signal has been issued and prices are still in a downward trend. On the RSI as well, prices are trending downward. Here on the volume chart with the West Scalping AI, I had a high volume section where the price came down. It broke through that level and is continuing. It's getting close to the market bottom. And I'm waiting for the delta of this candle, which you can see is negative. Here, I see all the conditions for the price to move downward in much the same way that we observe these specific candles forming. The MACD candles are also very prominent, which serves as a strong indication that the selling pressure is still quite high. At this point, I am patiently waiting and watching closely to see whether this current candle can actually close below this previous swing level or not. If it can close below the swing and I see volume evidence like ATS or high volume. Now the POC has also shifted to the upper side, which itself is a signal for selling because it can push the price downward. I'll wait about 20 more seconds to see where the price closes. Considering that the POC has also shifted, it can itself be an entry signal. With the next candle, if I see evidence, like for example, if this POC comes here, I would have a high volume area. Here in this area, there could also be a price reaction, meaning that in this zone, the price could move upward. When the next candle opens, I'll see how far the price can go up. So right now on the pocket option platform, I'm actually here in the Navidun area. On Quotex, it's 82%, and on Olymp, it's also 82%. Both are correct.
Learn and enter the world of binary option with us. Binary option indicators, powerful strategies, learn, trade, win. Level up your trading.
I'm trading on that pocket option. Let me place a trade. If there's even a slight penetration and a quick move, then I'll place my sell order. When it reaches 1 or 2 ticks higher, you can see the delta of the previous candle and how negative it was. It had a significant negative value. There's also an unfinished order here. If the price can't reach this area, considering that it moved up by 1 tick, I'll take a sell position right in this zone. And now I am going to wait patiently just to see if the delta volume can actually form this specific lower BOS, which stands for a break of structure, right at this level. Given that the delta is negative, the price can drop and also fill this unfinished order. When the price condition is such that, for example, a zone is formed for you, with just 1 or 2 ticks, you can also enter with this approach. It doesn't have to actually enter the zone for you to take the trade. As soon as it gets close, 1 tick, 2 ticks, depending on the zone. If it's a price zone that's very strong, it can even come as close as 3 ticks. I can enter the trade, but as I said, the market condition, the chart condition, MACD, and RSI are all requirements. All of these are influential factors. You can use the fast stochastic or RSI indicator or trading finder and other free tools. If you want to download it, I'll put the download link in the caption. Be sure to follow me on social media, especially on YouTube, and subscribe so you can stay updated with the latest videos, including various tutorials on using volume and momentum indicators. I have carefully prepared and uploaded the full installation package for JTrader specifically for you, so you can begin to use it immediately. These professional trading indicators are being provided to you completely free of charge today. All you really need to do is get in direct touch with our support team or visit the official website to download and install them on your system. If you were to try to get these indicators yourself and use all the available features, you would usually have to go through many extra steps or purchase an expensive package, but here you can use these premium services for free. Right now, the price is clearly breaking through the lower support level, so let's take a close look and see exactly how much of our trade is actually left. In 2 minutes and 40 seconds, our trade will be closed. In addition to our standard tools, We have also prepared a comprehensive series of special trading strategies for you, whether they are based on ICT principles, Spartan techniques, or volume analysis. You can visit the Udemy website or reach out to our support team directly so that I can guide you for analyzing them. Well, the price has come down and is almost settling at this bottom. And with considering the MACD chart we have, and these are still showing divergence with each other and are pushing the price downward. There was a lot of volatility here, and now even the volume has come in. We have it on the ATS candle, and at this moment, it's forming the bottom with a small street size. The price, as you can see, has been filled downwards. So, in fact, the evidence for this strategy was that the MACD chart was actually moving downward. It was moving. I looked at this bottom that had already formed and existed, and I checked for volume evidence, like here. I noticed the area where we didn't have many wild trades, and now, with a bit of distance, 2 ticks from that, I entered a sell trade, and right here, within this 5-minute candle, a zone was also formed. You can see that for me, there are 50 seconds left until my trade is finalized. It needs to be confirmed and the result obtained so we can move on. In the same way, by finding better zones, we can set up the next trade as well. This zone was my first zone in this specific area here as well. I have identified a clear price zone, and we can see that the overall market trend is still steadily moving in a downward direction. It's moving in that direction steadily. It continues to further strengthen the bearish sell signal, and as we look closer, let's see if I can actually take my profit from this trade. This was my first trade, which ended up being profitable there. Here again, the price is approaching my zone. And in the area of this zone, it entered. Look, right now, the volumes that are coming in on this candle, you need to check with the order book and see. The volumes are increasing. If these volumes start to decrease, I can see that these volumes, which are currently increasing, might get even higher. I can take a sell trade. I can open a sell position here, considering that the MACD is still showing a sell signal. Of course, my RSI chart has entered the potential zone, so the sell risk has increased a bit. For using it now. For learning how to use the RSI multi-RSI, you can refer to the package. You can also contact support so they can guide you. Well, right here in this specific range, both the current price action and, as you can clearly see, the RSI chart is showing its significant strength, and the MACD chart is also showing its impressive strength as well. Here you can see it on the RSI chart. The overbought potential has actually entered the overbought zone now. Of course, it hasn't entered too much. At most, it's at 22. But it can be a strong area to push the price down, so we're waiting. Based on this same strategy, let's look for some evidence. Right now, here the price time, basically what we have here is this price time. Well, there's nothing on the candle that could be used so that I could put that on the chart. We see the volume. There's a lot of volume, and this candle is 1,771, and this candle is 1,350 in volume. These are high volume candles. Here, now the buying power, that is, the strength of the candles, has decreased from above. Considering that the wick is on top of The lower shadow is below the body of the candle. There is definitely a bit of risk involved here. Why exactly did this happen? I also find myself hesitating quite a bit. The overall risk for selling right now seems a bit high. I am currently waiting. I really need to see what this MACD chart shows as well before making a move. If you look closely at the chart, you can see that gradually the vibrant color of its histogram is starting to fade away, and it is clearly turning quite pale. Actually, I can also see its signal line moving right here in this area. My specific MACD settings are configured to 5, 35, and 5, and you should note that it is set to use the EMA calculation method as well for better accuracy. Well, let me say this. If I truly want to calculate this value from any specific point, it is essentially a continuous movement. All right, listen closely while I take a moment to explain the process. First, I carefully adjust the specific color settings so that I can create a fluid movement exactly like this for this live cup. That means right below this cup, or in the area where the break of structure or BOS has clearly formed, I can reasonably expect the price, if we consider this entire leg, to come back down to within the specific range that I have highlighted here. And then it should ideally start to move back up again. Looking at the volume chart as well, actually, i.e., we can see a very similar trend. The price is moving upward. Successful trading, as you might expect, it requires a high level of speed in trading, and reading the candlesticks actually becomes clearer for you, and your attention to detail, it needs to be high. That means you should be able to, in the moment, analyze the available evidence for a decline and combine it with the potential for profit so you can make a proper trade. Right here, the price action is still clearly showing me that it has significantly reduced its momentum, and we have now officially entered into the correction zone. Since I've already traded in this zone once, and well, this zone has already been broken once, this zone could actually act as a resistance, but before I decide to enter a trade, because the MACD chart also changes and guides your direction, it can itself be a support zone, meaning if it breaks this zone and comes back to it, I believe I can take another buy trade right now, and then I can quickly secure my profit for the day. Just like this specific entry point we see right here. As the price action on the chart moves closer to the level, the MACD also begins to generate a clear buy signal.
Learn and enter the world of binary option with us. Binary option indicators, powerful strategies, learn, trade, win. Level up your trading.
Look, the price is passing through the zone alone. If I let it pass and then it returns to this zone, I can consider taking another buy position. There is no stack here, and there is no stack that needs to close higher with any indicators. A small drop in the shadow. My stake is still buy, but here on the RSI, it's become oversold. It's oversold now. Now I'm just checking to see if it could potentially surpass this zone. If it does, I'll go for a buy, and the unexpected overflow happened quite suddenly, and I can also see exactly how it occurred. I really have to make sure that I set my stop loss correctly right now. Honestly, guys, we just have to be patient and wait to see exactly what happens here in this specific price area before we make any more moves. This specific geographic zone, the exact same region that we are discussing, the event had happened in. And now, if it manages to hold, then the price can come up exactly to this point, and then we'll see how it reacts to this area again. You can use the NinjaTrader platform completely free for a full 2 weeks right here. And you will also be able to access all of the advanced indicators available. Activate it and use it completely free of charge. This entire process repeats itself every 2 weeks. So please go ahead and create a personal account today. And then you can easily start using the comprehensive NinjaTrader service online whenever you need it. I have already taught the first half of this comprehensive tutorial in a previous video, which you can easily find and watch right now on my official YouTube channel. The price still hasn't managed to stabilize above the midpoint and is currently fluctuating. Let's see what happens here. At this point, a cycle should be completed, and here, for this signal, it gives you a verdict. And once again, I can probably expect to see a solid sell opportunity in these exact same zones. Now the price is moving upward, and even now it's quite a lot. If it comes back to this area and the trend doesn't reverse, we can take another sell position. It's that simple. Take it here in volume as well. Up, this price range has closed. And it's steadily moving upward. At this very moment, the price can potentially go up to this POC or even higher. Regarding this support area that you see here, if the price comes back, it's exactly at the 68.7 support area. If it goes higher than this and easily breaks the POC, my trade turned out to be profitable. So far, we've had trades all the way up to here. Most of the time, the strategy is a combination of MACD, RSI, and candlesticks, along with volume conditions, so that we can identify a zone or a specific range. We observe the price action and reactions or the current ratio, and then enter a trade. We see how the price will move, and after that, if possible, we can re-enter the trade. All right, let's go together. Let's look at taking two separate trades on the USD/JPY and the USD currency pairs as they both approach a very suitable price zone. This currently looks like a particularly good opportunity to initiate a short position, so I am patiently waiting to see a clear and definitive short signal emerge on the charts so that I can confidently enter the trade at the most optimal moment possible. The MACD indicator. Right now, as we look at the chart, it's clearly generating a strong sell signal, and at this exact moment, we are seeing the trend shift significantly. I'm taking a sell position on GBP and EUR. As you can see, the MACD also shows that its two signal lines have come together, and it's giving a sell signal. It's generating a signal for me, even though my RSI is in the middle zone, but still, considering this euro symbol has clearly established a top, and it is also reacting to this specific resistance zone. It has since bounced back up just a little bit now and created a shooting star. So I can enter a sell trade as we saw on both symbols. I've taken sell positions on GBP USD and EUR USD. Now let's wait and see. So the big question is, will this trade turn out to be a win or not? Well, yes, based on everything we see in our current strategy, it really should be a win for us. So I don't waste too much of your time. I will speed up this part of the video a bit so that we can quickly see the result. We also have the post-scalp chart. Let's see, in that area, the substance specifically reacted to the designated volumetric zone, and actually, after it reacted there, we checked to see if it had found a good distance from the breakout point. And I was able to take both the rows and the treat trades, both on the two symbols, both of which had good signals at the same time. Now we'll wait about 40 more seconds for the result of this trade to be determined. All right. My trade, the GBP trade closed with profit and the USD trade also closed with profit. So that's two more examples. Let's go together and take the next trade as well. Let's watch it together again. All right, I'm waiting for the price to reach that relevant area so I can take a trade. I'll do correlation on different symbols, on several symbols, so you can also see the trading conditions on multiple symbols. The price is getting close to the area I want. I've re-recorded this part and put the audio back on the video so that I can do it faster and we can get closer to the trade entry area sooner. All right, let's wait until it reaches that area. Let's do another example of a trade together. This time I want to do it myself. With the correlations that exist, I took a trade on EURUSD. Actually, I went short on GBP USD, short on AUDUSD, short on GB POD, but I went long on USD JPY. And based on that, the strategy is in the area where the MACD chart actually showed sell conditions on the symbol. Looking at the US dollar, and considering the strong correlation that has consistently existed on other symbols based on the USD pair, I actually decided to open the exact same trade simultaneously across them. Now I'm just waiting patiently so that we can see the final result of this specific setup together. Of course, the result should be profitable based on that strategy, but let's see. How will the price conditions and the risk taken based on these 5 trades develop? Let's go to pocket option. In certain market conditions, there is a specific situation where when you first enter a trade, you will find that you have several different strategic options available to you. For instance, you can actually double your total profit and you can increase the amount of your investment. It allows you to do this for a certain period, as you can see on the right side. These options change, and in fact, they create a specific condition for your trades. Now you can still see that the GDP and UD area, there hasn't been any profit and it's still in loss. This actually hasn't resulted in a win, but my other trades are still in profit. There's about 1 minute and 10 to 15 seconds left in this area. My trades might close, but don't worry at all. These trades will end up being profitable. As you can see now, the conditions where I could make changes to the prices. On pocket option, it's fading away, and now I just have to wait. I have to wait for the remaining time of the session to pass to see whether it ends in a win or a loss. Right now, USD with a 92% profit has almost reached its end. My USD trade ended up being profitable. GBP USD was also profitable. AUD USD, just 1 second, and that one was a win too. GBP AUD was a win, and USD JPY was also a win, and I managed to take 5 trades simultaneously using the strategy. With the strategy I had, using MACD, RSI, and the fast stochastic indicator, I was able to get a very good profit from this series as well. And considering that I risked 10% on each of these trades, well, I was able to add a significant amount to my account. In order for you to be able to master these trades, all you need to do is set up the indicators on your own system on TradingView, and now simply load up the NinjaTrader chart and begin to utilize it effectively. I sincerely hope that ultimately your trades will be very profitable and that you succeed in your trading journey. I truly hope this video was highly beneficial and informative for you. If you have any new questions, ask me in the comments so I can help you. Have a great day and goodbye.